In a quiet village surrounded by dusty fields and rocky hills lived a young boy named Arjun. The village was small, the houses were simple, and opportunities were few. Arjun's father worked as a daily wage laborer, and his mother stitched clothes late into the night to earn a little extra money. Life was not easy, but what made it harder was not their poverty. It was Arjun's attitude. From a young age, Arjun believed the world was unfair to him. When other children went to private schools in the nearby town, he complained about his government school. When his friends talked about vacations, he complained that he had never seen a big city. If it rained, he grumbled about the mud. If the sun shone too brightly, he grumbled about the heat. "Why is my life always so difficult?" he would often say. One day, a new teacher arrived at the school. His name was Mr. Iyer. He was calm, patient, and always carried a gentle smile. On his first day, he asked the class a simple question. "Who here wants to be successful?" Every hand went up, including Arjun's. Mr. Iyer nodded. "Good. Now tell me, what is the most important thing for success?" "Money," one student shouted. "Luck," said another. "Hard work," someone else guessed. Mr. Iyer smiled. "All of those matter, but there is something more powerful than all three. Your attitude." Arjun rolled his eyes. He didn't believe that attitude could change anything. How could thinking differently fill an empty stomach or fix a broken roof? A week later, Mr. Iyer announced a school competition. Each student had to plant a seed in a small pot and take care of it for a month. The healthiest plant would win a prize. Arjun looked at the dry seed in his hand and sighed. "This won't grow," he muttered. "Nothing ever works for me." He planted it carelessly and placed the pot in a corner of the yard. Some days he forgot to water it. Other days he watered it too much. When he saw no growth after a few days, he said, "I knew it. I'm just unlucky." Meanwhile, a quiet girl named Mira treated her seed like a treasure. She watered it carefully every morning, placed it where it could get sunlight, and even spoke to it softly. After 2 weeks, tiny green shoots began to appear in many pots, including Mira's. Arjun's pot, however, remained empty. On the final day, students lined up with their plants. Mira's pot held a small but healthy green plant. Arjun felt embarrassed. He was about to hide his empty pot when Mr. Iyer stopped him. "Why didn't your seed grow, Arjun?" the teacher asked gently. "It was a bad seed," Arjun replied quickly. "Or maybe the soil was bad. Or maybe I'm just not lucky." Mr. Iyer looked at him kindly. "The seed you received was the same as everyone else's. The soil was the same. The only difference was the care and the belief behind the care." The words hit Arjun harder than he expected. That evening, he sat alone outside his house. For the first time, he didn't complain about the heat or the noise. He thought about his life. Had he been treating everything like that seed, expecting failure before even trying? The next morning, something changed. Instead of waking up with a groan, he woke up with a decision. "I can't change my family's income," he told himself. "I can't change where I was born, but I can change how I respond." He began helping his mother without being asked. He studied under the streetlight at night, without complaining about the mosquitoes. When he didn't understand a lesson, instead of saying, "I'm stupid," he asked Mr. Iyer for help. Slowly, small changes began to appear, just like green shoots from seed. His grades improved, not because the books became easier, but because he stopped telling himself he couldn't learn. His friends started enjoying his company more, because he laughed more and complained less. Even at home, the atmosphere felt lighter. One afternoon, a strong storm hit the village. Winds blew fiercely, and rain flooded the streets. The roof of Arjun's house began to leak. In the past, he would have cursed his fate. But this time, he grabbed buckets, helped his father cover the roof with plastic sheets, and said, "We'll fix it properly when we can. For now, let's manage." His father looked at him with surprise and pride. Years passed. Arjun continued to work hard, carrying his new attitude like a shield. He earned a scholarship to a college in the city. The day he left the village, Mr. Iyer called him aside. "Do you remember the seed competition?" the teacher asked. Arjun smiled. "Yes, sir. I thought I was unlucky. And what do you think now?" "I think the seed was never the problem," Arjun replied. "It was how I treated it." Mr. Iyer nodded. "Exactly. Life gives everyone seeds, opportunities, challenges, struggles. Some people see problems. Others see possibilities. The difference is attitude." Years later, Arjun returned to his village, not as a complaining boy, but as a confident young man who had built a successful career. He helped improve the local school, donated books, and started a small scholarship program for students who couldn't afford higher education. When children asked him the secret of his success, he didn't talk about luck or talent. He said, "Your circumstances don't define you. Your attitude does. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. And that response changes everything. Life will test you. It will give you storms instead of sunshine, obstacles instead of easy paths. But remember, two people can face the same storm. One sees destruction. The other sees a chance to rebuild stronger. Attitude does not remove difficulties. It transforms them into stepping stones. If you choose hope over doubt, gratitude over complaint, and effort over excuses, you will be amazed at how your world begins to change. Because in the end, it's not what you have, it's how you see what you have. And that is why attitude changes everything. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more motivational stories. Comment below and tell us, what seed are you planting in your life today? Stay positive, stay strong, and remember, your attitude is your greatest power.